Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I think I mentioned on one of my recent videos that I may be getting in a Louis Vuitton Favorite PM and I wasn't sure if it was going to work out. Well, I'm here to tell you that it worked out and I ended up buying an authentic item. So here it is. This is the Louis Vuitton Favorite PM and this is in the monogram print. And I really wanted to do a comparison video between the PM and the MM size, but I had a request to throw in a couple of other bags that are similar that I have in my collection. So I kind of want to just do a big comparison today of flap crossbodies, and two of them will be the Favorite PM and MM. The other two will be the Coach regular size Dinky and the Tory Burch Marion crossbody that I have in my collection that's also similar. I really just want to show you a size comparison, maybe also what fits, and then also how they look on, so that you know, like, hey, if I can't afford a favorite, because they are expensive since they are by Louis Vuitton, maybe there are some cheaper options that will work for you. So of course the first bag I'm going to show you is the PM Favorite. It looks just like the MM. The strap is the same length. I compared them. The chain straps are the same length. Literally the only difference is the size of the bag. It is shorter and I believe a little less wide. So let me find my favorite here, MM, so we can do a side-by-side comparison. These are both empty. MM size, PM size. Can see from the side here, the width is the same. It's just the height of the bag that's definitely maybe an inch different, and then the length is also different. So the MM is probably about an inch and a half longer. So of course you're gonna fit more in here, and you can fit larger items than you can in here. Just logically that makes sense. So let me show you, you guys saw my video on this bag, the Favorite MM. And what I was carrying in here was a like mid-size zip wallet, a pouch, and then a hand sanitizer. I was also carrying like a chapstick or a lipstick in this back pocket, and then I was putting my keys kind of in the center here. I could slip my phone in the front or behind, and then just kind of throw my sunglasses on top if I needed to. So let me show you the same items in the PM size. So I'm going to put them in the exact same way so that you can see the difference. Put my pouch, put my wallet, and squeeze my hand sanitizer in there. You see, what you're losing here is the height. So I can't carry these items facing down anymore because this doesn't close and the magnet does not meet here. So I need to downsize my items. So let's say, for example, I really still wanted to carry this wallet. I really just didn't want to switch my wallet. So that I can put in there if I put it in this way, and it will close, right? What I can't really do is fit anything tall. So like if I still want to carry this pouch, I just don't think that's going to work anymore because I need to lay it down so that it fits, and it's just not going to fit with both of those. I could stand it up, but then it's not going to close. See what I'm saying? So if you want to do the PM size, I think it's still a practical size, but you just really have to downsize your items. You have to move into something like this new card case that I just got recently, and that will fit. And if you use something that's more narrow and small, you have more room to put like this pouch, for instance. If I really just had to carry it, which I normally do because it has my essential like emergency items in it, now I can, and I can probably fit my hand sanitizer and keys, and that would be about it. So that's the difference between the two bags. You just have to be more conscious about the size of your items. I think both of these would fit a full-size wallet. Okay, here's a full-size wallet, and I think it will go in the PM size. It just really takes up almost all of the space. I could probably slip my phone in here, maybe squeeze my keys in. So if you are a full-size wallet person, I just don't know about the PM. The MM size, you can definitely do a full-size wallet. And I think it's a little more generous with, you could squeeze some smaller items around it. So that's just something to keep in mind. So let's do a little comparison here between these bags and the Tory Burch Georgia Crossbody that I have in my collection. You can see automatically there's a big difference. This is leather and these are canvas, and you can feel that difference in person. This is much heavier because it is made of leather. Also, you can see the difference here with the closure. The favorites have a super easy to use magnet closure, which is just dummy proof. Like, you open it when you want it to open and you just throw the flap down when you want it to close, and it automatically goes to the right spot. With this bag, we have a turn lock closure, which is still easy to use. It's just one more step to get the bag open. But you can, off the bat, you can see the similarity here with the shape and with the flap that closes the top. And the inside, I would say, of the Tory Burch is probably a similar size to the MM. It's a little taller, and it doesn't expand quite as much because it is leather, and you have to get this turn lock to close exactly. The big bonus with the Tory Burch is the outside back pocket, which is just so nice and convenient to have. Since this is a more generous size crossbody, it definitely fits a plus size smartphone in that back pocket. You can see size very similar. This is the MM, okay? So you can fit similar amount of stuff. Let me put the exact same stuff I started out with in here. My pouch, my zip wallet, my hand sanitizer. So that's what that looks like, right? I have extra room on the top here because it seems to be a little bit taller. So I could lay sunglasses maybe a little bit more easily than I can the favorite MM. I can probably cram a couple more things in here. So it might be slightly more generous on the interior space than the MM, certainly larger than the PM. So the last bag that I want to talk to you about is the Coach regular size Dinky that I have in my collection. This is the regular Dinghy with prairie rivets, and let me show you this in comparison to the MM. It's a little smaller than the MM, but I think it's a little larger than the PM, so it's really kind of in between the two. You can see the similarity once again with the flap closure, but like the Tory Burch, this one is leather, so it's heavier. This one is lined with suede, which makes it even heavier, so something to keep in mind. And it has a turn lock closure just like the Tory Burch. It's not quite as easy to open and close as the favorite. However, they're pretty similar. Also has a nice size back pocket that will fit a plus size smartphone. So something else to keep in mind. Let me open this one up for you and show you inside. Look at that suede. So luxurious for a bag that is the fraction of the cost of one of these Louis Vuittons. Really great materials, great hardware. The suede inside is just beautiful. It is heavy, like I mentioned. And the cool thing about this one is you have some different compartments. So you have this kiss lock area where you can put smaller items. You have one big main compartment, and then you have this area where if you don't want to put your smartphone on the outside, which I didn't because I have a really big case on my phone and it was sticking up here, and that was making me nervous. So I was putting it inside here in this pocket, which is just handy. You know, you have a separate area for your phone, which I think is nice. So let me put those same 3 items in this bag and you can see what it looks like. So we have pouch, zippered wallet, and hand sanitizer. Now, this will fit, but it is tight. It's not as bad as the PM, but it's tight in there. And I feel like, let's see if it closes okay. I mean, I can force it. It locks, but it is definitely pretty full. I think I could still fit my phone in this front pocket and it would close. But much like the PM, I feel like you would need to downsize your items to use this more successfully. So let me show you really quick how it looks with the PM. Similar, right? So now I'm gonna show you some mod shots of all of these bags. So the first 2 bags I wanna show you are the Louis Vuitton favorites. On this side we have the PM size, and on this side we have the MM size. You can see they hang about the same height on the body, but obviously the MM is larger and the PM is smaller. So if you have a larger frame, I think the MM size would probably be better. For somebody who's very petite, I think the PM size would look really cute. I'm 5'9", so I am a larger woman, and I prefer the MM size just compared to the scale of my body. I think this is a great little size for like an evening bag, especially once you attach the metal chain. And that's one thing that I forgot to mention that makes these bags different, is that they have that other strap option with the metal chain strap that you can carry as a shoulder bag that kind of dresses it up. Next, I want to show you guys the Coach Dinky and the Tory Burch Marion crossbody. You will see once again there's a difference in size here, like there was with the favorites. The Tory Burch is a larger scale bag. I also feel like it may hang just a tad lower than the other three, and like I said, as a taller woman, I really prefer the scale of bag on my body type. I do love the Dinky, but it is pretty small, and I think it would look better on a more petite framed woman. With these bags, there are less strap options. So with the Dinky, you can double the chain strap here and carry it as a short drop shoulder bag, which I think is really nice. The Tory Burch strap, you can't really double or do anything with because it has this chain detail that goes to leather. So you could attach a different strap to this bag, like a nice plain gold strap would look good if you wanted to carry it as like a short drop shoulder bag. But the cool thing also about all these bags is you can detach the straps all together and make them into clutches. And I think they would all translate really well in an evening bag type setting, but especially the Tory Burch and the Coach have a more dressy vibe to them because they're leather than the canvas Louis Vuitton bags. Alright guys, I hope this was a helpful video today. If I'm going to go through them in size order, I would say the Louis Vuitton PM is the smallest option. It's definitely a tiny bag, and you really have to downsize your items if you're going to carry this as an everyday type bag. I would say the next smallest would be the Coach Dinky. This is the regular size Dinky. There is actually a smaller Dinky than this, and there is larger ones. So the regular size Dinky, I would say, is just a tad larger than the Favorite PM, and you don't have to downsize your items quite as much, but it is still a pretty small bag. Next up is the Favorite MM. And this bag is really generous in size. Because it is canvas, it expands a ton, and it's super lightweight. You can really fit a lot of stuff in here. It's really surprising, and you don't really have to downscale your items as much, especially if you carry a full size or bulky wallet. I feel like you're gonna have more luck with the Favorite MM size. And I would say the largest of these bags and most generous in size is the Tory Burch Georgia Crossbody, which I think I called a Marion crossbody a couple times in this video, but it's definitely called a Georgia crossbody. And I just feel like it has a little bit more height to it, which makes the interior space pretty generous in terms of what you can fit, and it definitely translates well from day to evening. So I really, really like this bag. If you are looking for a less expensive option and you really like the idea and concept of the Louis Vuitton Favorite, I would suggest checking out this bag, but also the Dinky if you can downsize your stuff just a little bit. All right guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope that if you enjoyed this video, you will subscribe and come back to my channel. I do videos like this all the time. I love handbags, clearly, and accessories. And so I love doing comparison videos like this, but also reviews, unboxings, all those sorts of things. So if you enjoy that, I hope you will subscribe and join me again on my channel. All right, guys, I will see you on my next one. Bye.